Hey guys, so this is a very different video. I feel very strange right now because I don't really have my makeup on yet, but I was inspired to do this video after I got a comment on my last video asking me how I did my makeup and if I could do the makeup book tag, but I already did that book tag, I think 2 years ago now with Nathan, so I'll leave that below. So if you want to watch that, you can. But I thought I would just share how I do my makeup on like a daily-ish kind of basis. This isn't my work makeup, this is more of like my weekend or like I'm going out at night kind of makeup. It's nothing really crazy, but it's a little bit amped up from what I wear to work. This is not a makeup tutorial. I'm just going to put my makeup on and kind of talk through some bookish things. I don't really know what I'm going to talk about yet, so we'll just see where this goes. I already have applied my Estee Lauder foundation. I actually just changed shades in this, so I applied this foundation with just like my Real Techniques beauty blender. So that is what I do for that. Everything else I will show here on camera, I guess, and we'll see how this actually turns out. I'm gonna go in with my concealer next, and this is a concealer that I actually haven't used yet. My friend Lindsay, she just sent this to me and I have used this before. It's the Shape Tape Tarte makeup, but I had the wrong shade, so I used the whole product because I'm not gonna just throw away 20-something. But she is a makeup artist. She's gone to cosmetology school, so I was asking her what shade to get, and so she got me this shade. She thinks it'll be a perfect match. So let's try to use this. It's been so long since I used the Shape Tape, and also there's just like this little flamingo keychain on this. I remember with the Shape Tape, you don't need a lot of it, so I'm just gonna put this under my eyes, and this is gonna be annoying, but I like have to do it. So I thought I would talk about my plans for the month of December because I actually have something really exciting coming up that I haven't yet talked about here. So I'm going to Paris. Also, it came with this little beauty blender, so this is a whole new thing. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we're going to try it. I am going to Paris, and I'm actually leaving a week from today, and I'm going with my grandma and my mom, and I honestly did not expect this to be how I kind of started December a few months ago. My mom just texted me and asked if I would be interested in going with her, and obviously I said yes. I wanted to go to Paris for so long. I've actually been before when I was around 15 years old. I went and just for a couple days, but I really want to go back because I don't know, I feel like I could enjoy it more now, and I'd love to take pictures and just travel more, and I don't have that many opportunities to do so. We're going and we're going to be visiting all of these Christmas markets. We're actually going to be traveling to Strasbourg, which is like 2 hours-ish train ride from Paris. I'm not really sure in what direction of France that is, but they have a beautiful Christmas market apparently, so we're going to be going there. And I am just so excited because first of all, I love Christmas, and I love my family and my mom and my grandma, so traveling with them I think it's going to be a blast. It's just a little girls trip. I've never traveled with just them before, so I think it's just going to be so much fun. I forgot I'm supposed to be sharing what products I'm using. So next, this is just like a Maybelline powder in light. It's just like a loose powder, and I'm using my beauty blender just to kind of put this on over my whole face because I hadn't powdered my face yet. I did want to ask for suggestions or recommendations if you live in Paris or you've been to Paris before, like especially what are some really good bookshops. I've already looked up a couple, and I want to go to Shakespeare and Company, but I don't know what other bookshops or like bookish things are in Paris that could be fun, so just let me know. Also, I want recommendations on really good bakeries to go to because I just want to eat like non-stop the whole week I'm there. It's really hard to do this and talk. Like, I don't think I blended out my makeup as well as I normally do. So this is the same contour palette that I had in my last video. I only use one color in this, so I just kind of use this to contour and bring some life to my face because the makeup I use does make my face a little bit pale. So the only shade that I use on this whole palette is this middle one right here. I used to use this highlight, and then I got a new one. Another thing we're doing in Paris that I'm like so excited for, my mom booked us croissant cooking classes, so we're gonna learn how to make croissant like in the French way, and I'm so excited. I've never even attempted to make a croissant before, and anything that has to do with baking or cooking is something I'm interested in. So we're gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be a pro at making croissants, and we'll just see how it turns out. Yeah, I definitely didn't blend that very well, but we're just gonna be okay with it. Oh well, at least this isn't zoomed in or anything. For blush, I use this Real Techniques blush brush, and I use the Bare Minerals loose blush in Strawberry Cream. I don't know, it's pretty, I guess. I like their blushes. I've used them quite a few times, except it's really hard to get just the right amount because it's so pigmented. I always go either too light or like Christmas off, so we'll see where I land today. Going for a week in the beginning of December. I'm not really sure what my reading month is going to look like because I'm going to be traveling, obviously, so I don't think I'm going to be reading that much. And also, a reason I wanted Nathan to read The Nightingale was I wanted to reread The Nightingale when I'm in Paris, and just having that atmosphere of being where some of the book takes place and reading through it. I really wanted to do that. So I don't know if that's likely going to happen because I think Nathan still has to finish it, and I don't know if he's going to finish it by the time I leave. But ideally, I do want to read that, and we'll see if I even get around to finishing the whole thing, because obviously I'm not going to be spending my time in the hotel room reading. I'm going to be like out enjoying the city. So once again, I forgot to show you what I'm doing. So this is the Becca highlighter in Moonstone, and I think it's pretty, and I'm gonna go a little extra on it today because it's Christmas and I want to look like a Christmas tree. As for the rest of the reading month, I'll kind of get into my TBR, I suppose, because I really want to be finishing out a lot of series that I've started, and I want to dedicate the month of December to, or the rest of the month of December when I get back, to finishing books that I have not yet finished books in the series for. So this is the Urban Decay primer. I'm just going to put this on my eyelids now because I'm going to go in with some eyeshadow next, and I've been using this stuff for years. It's works so well on me. My makeup and eyeshadow stays just where it's supposed to be. So now I'm going to go in with this MAC palette. I really like all of the shades, and this is in the Burgundy ×9, I guess, eyeshadow palette. It has all the shades on the back of it, but I think they're really pretty mauve-y kind of tones, and they work really well for fall and winter, even though I was wearing these all summer long. So I'm kind of just more so gonna go all over the lid with this middle shade, and then probably bounce around with like this corner one and that one in the crease, I guess. I kind of just mix around the shades every now and then, and if I want something darker, I'll use that middle one. Pretty much use all of these colors, so it is a pretty versatile palette, and I really do like it. Some books I definitely want to finish. When did I talk about this? It was in the last video I did, the Plan With Me. I am going to commit to finishing Crooked Kingdom, finishing that duology, because it's ridiculous that I haven't finished that series yet. I also really want to finish the Illuminae series, or at least read book 2 in the Illuminae series. So I feel like I've actually made some progress with that series, because it's just a shame. I desperately need to finish the Shades of Magic series. I need to finish the final book because I'm so close to finishing, and I finished book 2 months ago and I still haven't picked up the third book. So I think that one's A Conjuring of Light. I always forget the names of these books, but I do want to finish A Conjuring of Light in the month of December. Another series I want to be finishing is the Queen of Air and Darkness, whatever that third book is in the Dark Artifices series, because that comes out in December. So I would like to read the book in December, because I feel like if I don't get to it right away, it's going to be another one of those series that I've just never finished. If I get through all of those books, I think I may read, I don't know, the Lightbringer series, the third book in that series I still need to get to. So I think I'll get to that one hopefully, but that one is really long, so I could easily not get to that in December, especially considering the other books aren't exactly small. I mean, A Conjuring of Light is 600 something pages, I think, and A Queen of Air and Darkness is definitely going to be a huge one too, because Cassandra Clare does not write small books. So who knows, but yeah, that's definitely my goal, is to finish up series in December. So I'm going to be going in for eyebrows now. Maybelline Brow Soft Brown, and it has like 2 ends to it. It's really cool. So there's this little end, and you just put that on first, and then there's a roll-up pencil end, so you can kind of like more like detail it. I look so weird without my eyebrows filled in. Like I feel like I look like Voldemort. So we're gonna do that now. I don't really have a good way of doing this. I just kind of scribble it in like a crayon. Does anyone else struggle with finishing series? Because I get so pumped for them and so excited, but a certain amount of time passes and then I've just given up as a whole. Like, I almost feel like I'm not going to remember what happened in the other series, in the other books, so I don't want to put the effort into finishing off a series. And I think that's the big thing. Like, I just need to finish books and finish series if all of the books are out right away. I shouldn't really be waiting around, because if I wait around, it is not going to happen, unfortunately. So that's kind of my plan for December. I'd love it just because it's the end of the year. Finishing up a series or two would really put me in a good mood, or at least, you know, have me feeling motivated to continue with the series in the new year. And for January, I know this is like way in advance, and this is all probably not even gonna happen, but I really would like to reread a lot of books. I'd really love January to be a month where I focus on rereading, because I really love rereading books. I've always done it as a kid. I, you know, didn't have that many books. I had probably more than the average person, but I went to the library for a lot of my books. So the few that I did own, though, I would read and reread. It was just like nonstop. I was always rereading books and I loved it. So I would like to just dedicate a whole month to that and just not reading anything except a book I've already read before, because there are so many books that I do want to reread. I want to finish the Harry Potter series again. I want to read book 5 and vlog that. I've already said that, so I really do still want to do that. I also really want to reread Heartless by Marissa Meyer, and I want to reread Susan Meissner's A Fall of Marigolds. I think I may want to reread some like romance contemporary books. I feel like those books are really easy to reread because you just read those books for the enjoyment purposes, and so reading it again, it's still enjoyable. There's some books you just can't reread though, like mysteries or thrillers, as much as I would love to, but it's not as exciting because you know what's going to happen. So I don't know, I'm kind of torn with what books I'm going to be rereading, but I definitely want to make that like a whole month in and of itself. Who knows if it'll actually happen, but you know, I can at least set a goal of doing something. Going in next, I just realized I have a lot of Maybelline products, but I'm gonna do my eyeliner, and this is the Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner, and it just looks like a marker and you just make a line on your eye. So we're gonna do that now. I'm probably not gonna talk for this portion. While I was doing that, I remembered I do want to reread The Cruel Prince, so that will be a January reread because The Wicked King comes out in January. So I want to read The Cruel Prince before I read the second book, because I really did like the first one, and I've heard the second is even better from people who've already received arcs of it, so I think I should be rereading that as well. That is done. This isn't really in any order of what I would normally do things. I'm also just going to add a little bit of eyeshadow to my lower lash line. So this is one that I really like using, the middle shade, the one that I mentioned I sometimes use to like deepen up an eye look. I like to just put this on my angled brush. Don't really know what it's called. It's a MAC brush, and it's just like such a fine line, and then just kind of run that for my lower lashes just to make my eyes look a little more like boom, you know? They gotta boom sometimes. Are there any books that you've been wanting to reread, but you just feel this peer pressure that you can't reread them because there's so many books that you always want to read? I don't know. There's just so many, and even so many that I've had since I was in high school that are on my bookshelves that I want to reread. Like Eva Ibbotson, I've talked about her before. She's an author I've heard literally no one talk about here on BookTube, and she writes these like historical fiction / romances, and they're so cute, and I love all of them so much. She does such a good job with characters and even side characters. Like, they're all very unique and very different, and it makes the whole reading experience so wonderful, and they're just delightful reads, and the romances are always so sweet, and I just absolutely love them. So I think I may want to reread one of her books in my January rereading. Next, I am using the Voluminous Lash Paradise, and this is by L'Oreal. I have a non-Maybelline product. Are you proud of me? So I'm just gonna put this all over my eyelashes. It's just really hard to talk when I'm doing eye stuff. But also, are there books that you want to finish the series of, but you've just suddenly forgotten everything about the other books, and now you feel pressure to finish it, but you don't know what the other books are about, so you're in a dilemma? Because I would love to know if you're struggling finishing off any of the series that I am, because I really want to finish them, but it's just so hard. Like honestly, if I was to start Throne of Glass right now, I probably wouldn't make it. There's just so many books and they're so long. I would just give up halfway through, and that's sad. And I don't want to be that kind of reader. I want to be able to read really long series that are already out, but it's a really hard life we live, us readers. The mascara is on, and now for lipstick today. I really only hover between 3 lipsticks. These are the 3. I have a Tarte lip paint, and this is my newest one. This is in Rosé. It's a very neutrally pink color. This is a liquid lipstick. And then I have the Bare Minerals liquid lipstick in Juju, and this smells like chocolate. So that's very delightful. And then this one, which is so broken, so it's on its last legs. I need another one. This is the NYX Butter lipstick in Pops Explosion. I don't know if that's the name or if that's just this line. I think I'm just gonna put on this butter lipstick because with the lip, this stuff, it's more intense of a process, because if you mess it up, it's stuck on you for the rest of the day. So we're just gonna go with this one, if it will open. See, it's like melted in my car and then it reformed, and this stuff is really cheap too. I don't know why I haven't just bought a new one yet, but sometimes you do stupid things. All right, it is on. So that wraps up my get ready with me. This is, like I said, kind of like an every weekend day, nighttime kind of makeup look that I would do. It doesn't take me that long, but it obviously took me a really long time because I was trying to talk and explain things as I went along. But yeah, that's kind of the look. So sorry if this video was a mess. If it was something you would like to see me do ever again in the future, let me know. If you did stick around for this whole video, thank you so much for watching, and I will be leaving all of the products that I've used on my face in the description below. So if you want to check out any of those products, most of these I would recommend. So I don't really stray too much from what I like and am used to. So I've used these products now for a little while and I have grown to really like them. So I would recommend these products, but you can check the description for more information on those. Thank you for watching and happy reading.